what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. My club is the dance, and set free are the ghosts. Will the card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes. The cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.
Hello,
Gotta wake up.
We are almost all of us here for our wonderful Q&A session. There have been storms rocking the East Coast. Lots of
Sorry
lightning
about that.
and thunder, and due to that,
Sorry.
Una, it's all your fault.
My bad.
Una, knock
I'm
it off.
so sorry.
Because of Una's carelessness, if storms rocking the East Coast, and our beloved Aaron, Daniel the DM,
Yeah.
is not with us right now. He is working on getting himself online, but having some internet issues, possibly related to the storm. So we're gonna just chill for a little bit and see if we can get him online, give him a little bit of extra time. But also, I do have some stuff to show you guys.
Wait, show us as in, is this good? Wait, oh,
First,
yeah.
I didn't get a drink. Hold on.
Awesome comment.
I mean, any drink, right?
We get a bunch of awesome comments on our YouTube. This one was very touching by Jade Amber. Sly and Fable are my two favorite characters from every actual play I've watched, and I've watched a lot of them. That's so
crazy.
sweet. It really made our week. Thank you so much, Jade
Dude,
Amber.
these players,
that's
these
really
players
nice
that play Sly and Fable,
Mhm.
man, they rock.
That's-
They're
and that-
incredible.
That's
And
that.
season 3, we're switching.
We're
I'll be Fable
What
next
is it?
season.
That's
Oh,
that
wonderful.
on the
It
wine
is-
and
It is
chaos
not
memes.
April Fools. So
I would like to
George,
use my
a ghost
help
that
now.
Freaky Fridays us, please.
a Freaky
Yeah,
Friday.
let's change characters.
That
That's
would
so
be kind of
cool.
fun.
That would be really
I will-
fun.
I will think about it. Anyway,
Okay.
Please let me be Aaron. Please
And
let me
also,
be Aaron.
we're at the beach.
maybe for a one shot, or something like that.
Oh, wait,
The next
Aaron?
one we got. This one
As
is
Sly?
from RTF M Tech, who wrote, "For being an actual play horror campaign, I think it's a bit mild on the horror." George, I hope you
no,
plan to
disagree.
stay up
No.
for season 3.
I'm literally bleeding out every
No.
episode. Thank you.
RT, I need you to
Really
chill.
I
Need
need
you
you
to
to
calm
chill.
down.
Landed on my
comment
neck.
section.
There have been
George?
honestly,
You
I
are?
will say
No.
this. Like,
I'm
I
traumatized.
think the party is so wholesome and wonderful that it's sometimes hard to make it scary because
Oh, is it hard?
they love each other so much and they're there for each other so much, and so it sometimes make it a lot harder. I've had easier times with other parties, is all I'm saying. Other parties,
Rewind.
they're like,
Rewind the tape.
doing their own thing. There's animosity between them so much, and so it's easy to like, oh, you guys got in a fight? Well, while you guys split up and walk to separate directions, one of them, I just have something, come and attack them and mess with their mind.
You could have done that this last episode. I gave you a chance.
true.
I'm aware.
I
I'm
feel like we're
aware.
coming into it. I feel like we have the most animosity between the
traumatized.
party dynamic than we've ever had.
Oh yeah, no, things are
Yeah.
certainly getting more possibly violent between everybody.
Yeah.
So
We did have
yeah.
PvP this season.
And then we had another question. I think this might have been a question on Fandelver, but Witty Ozymandias, they asked, sad to hear the final arises at the same time as I'm excited. How long until the break, until next season? This might have
Too
been for
long.
Fandelver, but I'm happy to say now that right now we're looking at August 13th to be our return date. That may change as we get closer, but that's what we're looking at to being the return date right now. Everyone for the most part, is available, except for one. Excuse me, except for one guest might not be available that we have planned. So we're gonna work on that.
First episode?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal.
No, we're worrying about it.
Ooh, easy.
Repeat,
Go ahead, George.
please.
Tell us.
Oh. Is this someone who's gonna kill us?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It is, isn't it? I know it.
So yeah,
Guest that comes in and kills.
I
No,
also
it is for real, though.
have art. I have some fan art to show you guys. I can't show you all of them yet, so I'm just going to show you one of them because I want to wait for Daniel to be here. But this is a piece of fan art we got by Dadalwin from the Forgotten Adventures team.
Me too.
Oh my god. The wink. Oh my god.
Dude.
No, that's so
He
precious.
looks so sexy.
He's
I love it.
so sexy, dude. He's literally so hot.
Look how sassy he is.
I can't
Is
wait
that
to have
is
all
that a
of them
doll in the
together.
hallway?
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck.
Who put that there?
Are you talking about me or the doll?
Shut up. Oh my god.
I love this so much.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I have more to show you guys, but I can't and I won't until Daniel gets here. But
Daniel. I would like to use my
Dadalwin-
first wish
When
spell.
will our father return from the war?
yeah, when will? Yeah.
Father, Father, help!
Father, help!
We need art.
I need you.
He just comes in, howdy. So yeah, I can't wait to show you that fan art. Dadalwin's been very busy. They send me like 5
Oh my
pieces of fan
gosh.
art to show you. So
Oh my god.
if you think this
Goodness,
is cute,
thank you so much.
yeah, really love this.
I'm obsessed.
Okay. With that said, I think while we're waiting for Daniel, we can get to some of the like personal questions.
Yeah, we do
for
have
you
some
guys.
individual questions. to start off
The
with.
first one we have is from Levy. What would be a perfect day? What would a perfect day be like for Zarias?
Okay, so
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, please. Yes. Una.
there would be no water around anywhere. I would feel comfortable. This is me as Zarias. I would feel comfortable. Probably, you know, maybe make some winks and nudges at Fable. Then I'd go into Una's room and close the door, and I don't know what I'd do in there, but that would be fun. And
Something on the
then
waterbed.
I'd maybe
Something
on the water, something waterbed, something satyr, something. My legs need to be stretched out, and that sounds about right. That sounds
Wonderful.
That sounds
Yeah,
about
yeah,
right.
totally.
That's it. Wait! You throw your maul, and then you make it come back to you.
Can't believe
like
you think
1
I
or
have a
2 times.
mall.
Or sorry, not maul. I can't think of the word right now.
How dare you?
Flail.
Anyway, I think you're not far off. I think the perfect day for Zarias, I think in a perfect world, I'll go even further, would be back in his homeland with his family, enjoying a relaxing day. But in the world that we currently are in, it is likely just eating breakfast with the team, whittling away at some Papa, return from the war.
Papa.
Father!
Hello. Oh.
Father!
Father, help.
He has returned.
He's back. You
And
guys,
is that
Dad
a
came
new
back from the
haircut?
store.
Look at the style.
It
Yeah,
looks really
looks
nice.
great.
It
He
is a
looks
new haircut,
really
and he
good.
looks fantastic. Everybody in chat tell Daniel how
Wow.
good his hair looks.
Wow.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Oh,
There he is.
God.
Ooh. Yeah,
Everything's right in the world.
Okay.
right.
But yeah,
God, you look beautiful.
Forget about
Oh,
Zarias' perfect day. We need to see the art. Sorry, just kidding,
Okay.
Zarias.
yes, actually yes, because
I
that was
also-
pretty much wrapping up the perfect day.
I was corrected, by the way. The person who's doing the art for us, it's pronounced Therwin. It's Welsh, and I apparently was mispronouncing it. So Therwin, making this awesome art for us. So this was the piece they had of Zarias, and then
So
they made this
cute.
piece as well.
Oh
my goodness!
Oh my god.
Everyone!
Nom, 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 nom.
What?
Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, look at his bird in the
Guys.
background.
Oh
Dude,
my
we are
goodness.
eating
Oh, I
good
didn't even
today.
notice that. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Incredible.
so cute.
And you see
Um,
Lizzie in the back.
Adorable.
It's amazing. Thank you.
and
you.
you know, it just makes sense that if you're gonna do that, you should definitely do this.
Everyone. Oh. Yeah!
Oh, hell yes. I love it.
I'm just gonna
This
have to
is
create a
so cool,
slideshow as my background
Wait.
for my laptop.
Oh my god, wait, this is
Hold up,
hanging.
This is really cute.
Oh, I was gonna say this is
Upstairs,
hanging on our
upstairs.
refrigerator, and then I remembered we probably don't have a refrigerator because electricity, but it would be.
Yeah,
I'm putting
it's
this up in
could
my
be
room.
hanging somewhere in the kitchen.
I'm hanging it on
Um,
my
Can Una
refrigerator.
draw it?
In real
Yeah.
life, I am hanging it up on my refrigerator.
Yes.
Well, hold
Are
on,
you
there's one
okay if
person
Una
missing.
like uses and draws
Uh-oh.
like that? Shut!
That's mean.
Oh my goodness.
Rude!
I've gotta go. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Upscale.
Color in solid, and then I'll hang it up. Oh my
Oh
god!
my
no!
god.
It's just the ghost version. Sad. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, put that one in.
this is so precious.
Has Adam seen
It's
I
it?
the
am
little-
in pain.
The little frown. The little frown.
I
Yeah.
am in so much pain.
So much pain.
This is so cool.
Just absolutely the
It's
cutest. And also, this has never happened to me before.
Oh, hell yes. Ba, 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 ba.
Yes, George.
Not the Everybody drink.
Hell yes.
Can you do it? Can you voice over this comic, please?
Say
Please,
the
please,
line.
please.
Say the line.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Everybody chug your
So
drink.
good.
Word
Oh,
the
that
price
looks
of
great.
admission alone.
Jared.
I've
This is
actually
so
never
cute.
gotten fan art, like in the last, like since I've started DMing online stream games. No one's ever made fan art of me, ever. So
This is
thank
so
you
cute.
very much. This is the
It's
first.
so
Put it with the group. Put it with the party.
Yes.
So happy. Right now?
If I was in the same room as the party, they'd probably kill me. So let's not.
Why, George?
No, we just
happened?
asked very
Why?
intense questions.
Fable wouldn't kill you. She would just keep you alive and torment you.
Oh, good. Very good.
I mean,
So, Therwin, thank you so much for this stuff. It's absolutely awesome. It really does make our day. I believe they are now setting their sights onto the Defenders crew, so we should see some very cute art for them coming up
my
in
God,
the next season. But yeah, thank you so much. This is so adorable. I love
you
these.
so
Love to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're so
Thank you,
cute.
Darwin.
Wait, hold on a second.
Mhm.
I just realized
What?
something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the first in this whole entire party, we have one person who wears shoes. One
And it's
person who
you.
does not have their grippers out.
wait.
Two if you count Lucian. Two if you count
No,
Lucian.
I'm counting people who are alive. Okay.
That's
Not alive. Our opinion doesn't matter.
Wild, baby.
I just everyone is barefoot except for Fable.
I can't wear shoes.
Out.
Well, that's a skill issue, and I'm
They
sorry.
make Dragonborn shoes. That'd be great.
Just huge boots.
George,
Yes.
an NPC idea. Fantasy shoemaker.
Fantasy shoemaker. Okay.
Yep.
Fantasy Shoemaker hates to see the upskill defenses coming.
Yeah. We should be
Just slapping
sponsored
our
by
bells on the
Kojima.
shop floor.
We should just put one on the
Hideo
payroll, honestly.
Kojima.
We need custom.
Okay, back to the questions.
Yes.
So, yes, we have a whole bunch of questions to get through. Let's see. Next one. I'm going to skip around a little bit. This
Oh, you don't
one
wanna
is
go
from
straight?
Professor Yin.
Oh,
Does Fable still hate the Bone Collector, or are things more
Ooh,
complex now?
I was gonna say, oh, you don't want to go into the heavy stuff, but it's just another heavy question for Fable, so it's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it is. I mean, yes, and also yes. She unfortunately, trauma is not something you can just erase, and it doesn't seem like. I don't know. The Bone Collector is perhaps more morally gray than we anticipated, but still did fucked up shit.
True.
So, and Fable was obviously personally traumatized by it. So, that is kind of what she is wrestling with currently, and I don't entirely know how to. It's kind of scary sometimes because I'm like, oh god, she's gonna hate this, but like I don't want to hate this. I don't want to get mad at everyone, but like how could she be okay with this? So it's changing. It's complex. Yes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, next one. Let's go. I'm just bouncing around randomly. Android Grace asks, "What is something you have in common with your character?"
I'm a
We're all really cool, all of us. Really awesome.
Yeah, super
good
tall,
looking.
super buff.
We're
Yeah.
drawn very well by Karis in real life and on
Distinct chin.
digital distinct.
I
chins.
have an evil streak, and I have it out for the party. That's that's
Ah.
pretty much what
That
I have in
carries over.
common.
Yeah.
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 So
Wait, that wasn't an
Yeah.
act?
that wasn't an act, no.
Wild.
If I may,
Yeah.
I think that honestly, like the thing that I have in common with Una is just the desire to know more. Like I do like knowing more information, just because if you have more information, you're able to do so much more with that. And so that's I think where Una and I that's where we share common
Makes
traits.
sense. Okay, next one.
Did anyone
Una.
else want to answer that?
What
Yeah, did
is
anybody else wanna-
Oh yeah, does anyone else want to answer that one? Wait.
Please.
Where was
Oh.
it?
Well,
Please,
yeah,
please,
I'd say
please,
with,
please, please.
Oh, good.
Oh no, Daniel,
here we go.
please.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. When it comes to Aaron, a lot of personal experiences and personality has gone into Aaron. So yeah, he's a character I definitely feel very closely attached to. I think especially his familial aspect as well, because I have 3 siblings. So that aspect of Aaron I definitely connect to as well.
For
Meadow, did you
Sly-
also have? Yeah.
Yeah, for Sly, I feel like I mean, I haven't had her energy since I was maybe 2 decades younger, but I do think that we have an earnestness about both of us. We both don't like a lot of bullshit, and we'll just kind of cut straight to the heart of things, but it's always with as much kindness as we think the person we're addressing deserves. And that's something I'm really glad I got to bring into a character, because as a rogue main, I know, sue me. I tend to be very sneaky, very lie-y about stuff, and it's really nice to play a rogue who's just, most of her cards are on the table at all times, and it's about putting trust in the people around her. So that's fun, and it's something that I think we share.
Awesome. I think for Zarias, one thing that I carry over is honestly a bit of the pranking. Oh, I see you, Sky. It's the pranking. It's the good fun between friends. There are of course other elements, but I think that's one of the ones that sticks out. I like to bother my friends playfully all the time. Yeah.
Okay. I want to just let the as we're answering questions, I just want to let the chat know, or the players know, if you see any questions in the chat and you want to add them, you can add them to the doc as we're going, and we can get to them eventually.
Adam, where?
To the Google Doc, the slideshow.
He's saying he's
sorry,
making
yes.
a joke
Yes.
about.
Okay.
Sorry,
Adam's name.
never
That's
mind.
fair.
I'll mute.
Okay. Next question. This one is from. Let's see.
Wait, but Fable, do you wanna do? We did everybody except for Fable. What do you have in common with your character? Please.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, honestly. No, I was actually just thinking about this the other day. I almost always go into my characters thinking, I'm gonna do this like this. I want to do she's a circus cat girl. That's fun. That's silly. That's not like things that I like, but that's nothing like me. Always ends up being 100% just different parts of me. Fable is kind of like my shadow self, to be so real. I'm playing 2 charisma-based characters right now, and one's my paladin in my other game, and she's very sunshiny, and Fable is kind of like a shittier version of me, but she's working on it, and so yeah, a lot.
Don't you have real life juggling balls too, right? We've seen those before.
Yes, I do. They're on the couch right now, and I have a contact juggling ball, and I love the circus aesthetic and stuff. So I wish she is better than me at that stuff, and I wish I could do that. But maybe not maybe a worse person. But understandable, you know?
Fair enough. We're gonna go to a heavier question now. This one is from
Yay.
Levy. Aaron, if you had to choose to save Pepper or Sly, which one would you pick?
My God.
Save my mother. Save my mother, you
Brutal.
coward.
Boy.
Wow.
Funnily enough, these type of scenarios are the kind of thing that Meadow and I always have to endure in every single game that we play together. So these questions are real scenarios I often find myself in. But I think, I think Aaron would save Sly.
That makes sense.
If given the, if put in the scenario.
All right.
I think
All
it
right.
makes. I'm going to defend Aaron on this one. Not that I want this to happen, but it's really painful for a parent to lose a child. So if you're gonna lose one and have one suffer grief, you know, it at least it makes sense going forward than it does saving the parent. I think most parents would want that. So I agree with you. Not that it's my choice to make. It'll be your choice next season. I'm just kidding. Okay, this one also pretty heavy. Actually, well, I'm gonna go to this one instead. Okay, this one is from Professor Yin asks, does Sly think her grandmother was a bad seer / person, or is it more nuanced?
It's far more nuanced than that, but I do think that learning more about the seer and how her grandmother handled that mantle has only solidified that Sly does want to do it differently. And I think she's a little sick to the stomach at some of the darker things that her grandmother has had to do. And that may only be because she hasn't had to do them yet. She hasn't had to make those decisions. So she doesn't get to extend that type of grace to her grandmother yet. But I am sure season 3 is going to mess me up a lot. So that may change.
Have you been messed up a lot by season 2?
No, loved being buried alive. Loved it. Ate it up. Delicious. Ate that up. I loved trying to befriend a child who I then let down immediately after promising I'd keep him safe. Felt great. I've been messed up a little.
Okay. All right.
Just a little bit. Just a
Just
little
a little bit.
In the best ways, of course. It is a messed up that I'm happy to partake in because the narrative flavor is so good and so fun. But yeah, this is her backstory. Everyone else has lived a much longer life. They've seen things, they've experienced things, and Sly in season 1 coming out for Seer's Day, that was like her first day meeting people who could do that and encouraged her to join them and trusted her with serious responsibility. So since then it's been an army crawl through the trenches of learning what it is to be the seer. So great trauma, but trauma nonetheless.
Okay, we're gonna go for something lighter here. This one is for James from Karis. James, is it hard playing the prettiest sheep boy ever?
You know, it is pretty hard playing the prettiest sheep boy ever, because I feel like I often am being hit with flattery and then James himself not knowing exactly how to respond, and I freeze up. I'm working on that a little bit. But it's very fun. Karis, you make very amazing art, and you are half the reason why he is as pretty as he is. I think
Only half.
Only half.
Only half. Well, I had to provide I'll say 75%. I provided 25% of the work, and then she really ran with it.
There we go.
Love your art, Karis.
I definitely think it was a team effort.
Yeah.
You're driving a hard bargain. 10%
Yeah.
of mine, 100% of yours.
8%, I go no
Don't-
lower.
Don't push me any further.
This question's also from Professor Yen. Una, what is his age / maturity level for an elf?
Okay, so you know, there is a background there. Una is 205 years old. This is information that has not been, you know, given ever. So I love that we get to, you know, share this now. And then maturity level, I think it was like somewhere around 1,000 or something like that. So I would say like younger maturity level. I think that in my belief of how I think Una would grow, they need. I always play characters that need growth from the party. And so with that maturity level comes like maybe I would say like more like early teens type attitude, even though they are 205. It's like you only get more and more stern and sure as you get to as you grow older. And that's how I was gonna kind of take Una in that regard. So that's where I would say.
And I think we've definitely seen them mature a little bit, even from like the flashback
Yeah.
to now, and even from the beginning of the season to now. There's like a
Yeah.
notable difference in who Una's become.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted to show that as much as I could. And with Lucian dying, that was a huge trigger of
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah. I think it was for everybody. Case in point, when I showed you guys fan art of you all as Chibi and then Lucian was there as a ghost, you all freaked out. So I think it was traumatic for everybody. This next question is from King Brackus. Asks, any favorite character moments other than your own characters?
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I love watching everybody here do everything that they do. Let me think specifically.
I have a specific one while May is
Go.
thinking, and it's a Fable moment.
Oh god.
Fable doing tricks on top of a griffin, just cause, and just because like Zarias was nervous, and it was like, let's see if we can make you more nervous, or maybe it'll help. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I loved it so much. That I love when you get to use your circus roots in a non-circus environment, and even like in a non-combat way. You know, I love seeing you flex your backstory and your skills. That is where she shines, and I'm so glad it's not just in performance for a crowd. It's just part of who she is, and it's so beautiful to watch you do that in little moments all over the campaign. But that was one of my favorites.
Thank you. I just thought that made me think of one more thing that I have in common with Fable. She's annoying.
Wild.
Okay.
But I love it. I love being silly. So I'm glad. I love being silly with Sly too. I mean, you guys are all such silly gooses. This is part of why I love this party so much. That's what makes it so fun. Go ahead, Sky.
Yeah, I think that one of my I gotta say, this is the lifeblood to me of this entire campaign is just every time we get to see Aaron be a freaking like aggressively forward father figure is like in whenever we had to take on the final boss at the start of or the end of season 1, like Aaron walking forward, and like even though this guy is knocking everyone back, taking apart Adam's character, Lucian is struggling, Una's scared, but like there is something so powerful when like Aaron goes forward and knows that they are going to like they know their part so well. And I like how you play your captain part and also that fatherly figure, even if Sly isn't around. Like I just feel that as so much of your character, that like when we were fighting that ghost, and when you're like truly like that's my baby girl, like these moments just make me like have chills, and I love seeing them because I'm like I want more of them. So I love those character moments that you have when Sly's on the mind and when you are protective of your group.
Thank you. I
Father.
appreciate it. Oh, shucks, gang. Yeah, I think for me is kind of a little bit of a cop out, but everyone pitching in to stop the meteor was absolutely phenomenal, and Sorry, my dog is playing with an owl bear and squeaking it as loudly as
Arthur, is that you?
But but just watching how everyone had their own way of bargaining with the situation and trying to do whatever they can to stop that from happening was incredible. And then I'd say, even though Una wasn't there for that event, your whole entire episode, Sky, of going through your flashback was amazing. It takes so much to be able to carry sequences for that long, where it's just you and the GM. And it also goes for shine for George because of the amazing storytelling that he was doing in the episode. But that dance between the both of you and being able to tell that story with just the two of you for almost an hour, it was incredible. So those are some of the highlights of the moments that I got to see. And anytime I get to do a scene where I get to awkwardly show up as like the father figure to Fable is amazing.
I was gonna say those are my favorite Aaron moments because it's so funny to me.
Because we made a joke about it in between seasons. We're like, I don't think Aaron and Fable had more than like maybe 10 conversations throughout season 1, and it became like that fun unspoken thing of like, yeah, we never got over that language barrier, did we? And it's like, yeah, no,
and they still haven't, but at least they're trying.
But they're trying. And then with Zarias, even with being the newcomer of the group, anytime you're in combat is always amazing to watch. It's such great character-driven action that happens through the mechanics. And as someone who loves to make builds and loves to do these different things, I love the marriage between the mechanics of the game that you're playing in the system and the storytelling that you get to do narratively through improv and all that jazz. And the way that you just carry yourself in combat sequences are always so engaging.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I have one.
I have two. Oh, go for it.
Oh no, go ahead.
I can do mine really quick. Mine they're both Daniel adjacent. First of all, Daniel or Aaron and Una dealing with the eternal skeleton in episode 2.
Please just kill me.
The ultimate
the combos, the crits. It was such a funny interaction between you two that I had just the most fabulous time watching from an outsider's perspective. It was amazing. And then also, not episode 10, but episode, I think, 9, between the conversation between Sly and Aaron in the bedroom, kind of breaking down all of what has been going on. Honestly, any scene between Daniel and Meadow, I'm happy to be a watcher and a content, like just perspective-wise, it's a show. I need popcorn every time.
Yeah.
So just wonderful all throughout.
Agreed.
What you got, Fable?
Mine, I was gonna say we mentioned part of it. Daniel mentioned the meteor, but I was just thinking about the moment where, I don't know, that whole fight was so awesome and everybody had awesome moments in the giant fight, and like, I don't know, that's been my favorite so far, I think. But when Sly was just trying to talk to him, I mean, one, I think his motives were so interesting, but Sly's like, yeah, like, show me, and he just goes, yeet, and she just is in the fucking stratosphere. Like, I thought that was so cool, though. Like, I mean, that whole conversation, interaction of like her wanting to figure it out and trying to figure it out, even while this giant is like killing people, and then like also kind of, even though we all failed miserably, everybody in the party kind of trying like their own way of like pleading with the giant of like, no, like there is a reason or there is something, and like, but each character like having their own different way of putting it. And I know that only happened because we all failed, but I like seeing like the different like perspective, like each person like giving their own little like argument.
That was the worst streak of low rolls I've ever seen. And to go from player to player, yeah.
Please. And I'm still damn proud of my own line in that one too. And then I failed the roll. It was good. I love that. That whole fight was so dramatic. It was good.
I actually, one of my favorite things is from that episode as well, which is actually for Mir, their line, like Danica, Mir had a lot on their shoulders. I had to give them like, this was supposed to be a character that was going to essentially be the way you guys learn about this bad guy before you fight them. And so I'm dumping the entire backstory on them, and they delivered it so well that it made me go like, maybe I should have more people be like there to set up a bad guy. And I'll be honest though, in terms of guest appearances, I've never had one go that well. A lot of times, sometimes a guest will come in and they'll be like, how do I make that work? Or DM, can you fill that in for me? Can you fill this in for me? I gave her like 3 paragraphs of like, this is the story, and they made it their own and delivered it. Nothing was like too off book or anything like that. It was really good.
Mare is that girl. We love Mare.
Yeah,
here.
Mare is the goat.
For real. We love you.
The other one I really love is actually similar, ironically similar to that, is Sly and Aaron when Dietrich is trying to tell you all the backstory of the drowned rebel. You guys are just like, yeah, and what's her sob story? Like, don't even care. Heard it all before. And I was like, damn, okay.
Drag her.
And it's one of those things like, honestly, it's a fair avenue to take, especially after seeing Una's backstory. Speaking of Una's backstory,
we went through a lot that episode. You know what I
you
mean?
went through a lot.
You really did.
Went through a lot. You can only think but so much. You know, there's still empathy. But jeez, you know.
Speaking of Una's backstory, we have a question from Arvin Duri asked, why did you decide to do half the session where you actually played out that part of your backstory rather than just reveal it through conversation? That was super cool choice. I'm not sure whose idea that was. Was that yours or mine?
I think that there was a lot to get caught up on.
Yeah.
And so we had to make that decision together to be like, okay, we have a certain time that we can work through this because I know that there's a lot of backstory. Are you willing to give this much of your backstory? And after I said yes, then it just became known that we were going to do that. I wasn't sure what to expect, but George threw me in, and like with the party's support, like I was just, I mean, we got to, as you know, Daniel was saying, like we got to really like play there, and I loved that, and it was fun, I thought. So thank you, really.
A lot of the heavy lifting for that, I gotta say, was done by Android Grace and Karis. Karis making the art of your friend Jasper, and Android Grace making that art of the paint tube falling. Seems like such a minor thing, but it was such good foreshadowing, and a great way to like, how did they both meet, you know? And then the scene of them nearly drowning, like it really gave that stakes when you're able to see it, and that's not something we could have done necessarily well with tokens, or something we could have done well with just theater of the mind, but Android Grace really made that pop, so thank you for that.
We had like so much, we had just to end, we had so much support too, like even in our Discord while we were chatting, and with the party, you know, I was making sure, both George and I were making sure that the party was okay for like backstory of Una. Like everybody prepared themselves for that. And so it felt easy to do and excitable. And it was obviously taken very well from both the community and the players. So thank you to both of you.
Yeah, honestly, thank you to the party for giving us that much trust.
Yeah.
Well, side note, before our next question, we just hit 600 followers on Twitch.
Hey!
Let's go!
Thank you,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
For the end of
everybody.
season 2. Appreciate it.
Yeah. One moment. I have a question ready. So this one is from Karis.
Yes.
What would episode 1 Sly think of current Sly?
Everybody listen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like how this question has disabled. It has broken.
Can we turn Meadows The
masses need to know.
Meadows' volume up, please? Because I would like to hear this gasp right now.
Can we go full screen on Meadow?
I want to hear. Yeah, I want to hear the thoughts.
This is an unquestioned. Okay.
Totally
So I've
normal.
thought about
Totally
it.
normal
I've
behavior.
thought about it. I'm normal about it,
And
and
that's it. That's the answer. That's all of it.
honestly, I think there would be a moment in which episode 1 Sly would see what now Sly is capable of and would be like, whoa, cool, sick, and then would actually like see what it takes to do that and the toll it takes on Sly and other people around her and the innocence that she can't save and the things that she doesn't get to do right, and would be like, oh, this is why mom said not to touch it. I don't think she would be disappointed, but I think she would have a very, very real and new respect for the rules her mother had put in place way back in season 1. I think episode 1 Sly would also blame current Sly for Lucian not being around. Oop. Okay, I'm done.
Damn. Okay. This one is from, I don't mean to keep doing that. This one is from Jesh, who asks, who had the most cursed dice this season or the most blessed?
Daniel, shut up! Daniel, shut up!
I'll tell you who does. The Dice God's favorite child, Meadow.
That is not
the
true.
ongoing joke. No, it's true. There is no favored roller on this planet than Meadow. And let me tell you why. The dice will always roll in her favor for the optimum outcome for the story.
Period.
Does that mean she's not gonna get a nat 1 every now and then? No. She's gonna get nat 1s. Oh, but they're gonna be the perfect nat 1s. It's gonna be the nat 1 that moves the story along at the perfect time. The nat 20 that always comes along at the. You guys don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah.
I think she's siphoning it from other players. I
Even
think
the
that's
middling rolls
why
are
I'm
like,
cursed?
wow, that's really perfect middling. Like,
Wait, actually, that explains a lot because I don't feel like I'm necessarily the most cursed, but I do have a
I think you
recurring.
are.
Okay, well.
I'm telling you, it is the law of
No,
equivalent
it's okay.
exchange.
Thank you, Valerie. It's because I'm not always gonna fail. Like sometimes I'll roll well. Like it's not inherently bad. But what I am gonna do is fail at the things that I'm supposed to be really good at. So the things that I have +10, like acrobatics or stealth, I'm gonna roll a 1 or a 2. But then like, you know, what I have a +0 for, it's like it's a 15. That's fine. But no, if it's a +10, it's going down. So I give that, and you know what? I give that to Sly willingly. I'm not even mad about it. So I'll fall out the window for Sly any day.
I would like to say that I think that I had the most cursed dice, and hear me out. How many times did I jump and try and tackle someone and I got below 6? How many times did Una try to investigate a book and got below a 5? Guys, that was 9 times, by the way, for that
was a
nine
lot. I
9 below
remember.
5.
Not that anybody's counting or
roll.
anything.
And I don't know if this is actually true. But I know that I've rolled at least 4 ones. So with that knowledge and with the fact that I rolled below 6 9 times and before that, or 5 9 times and below 6,
I'll tell you what, though.
I would.
You rolled well enough in your backstory to change your backstory from the canon event that was supposed to happen.
Then those were crazy
Would you
rolls.
change your fate?
Yeah.
You braved it.
Yeah, so
We can answer this
take
question.
the good with the bad. Take the good with the bad.
Season
Not bad.
3, I'll start keeping tally marks of 20s and 1s.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessary.
I just want to know for the number's sake.
No, we've got to show Meadows.
Meadow, why don't you
Meadows'
wanna-
ratio
oh, I
is
see.
like a
I see.
97% success
Plug in
rate.
if you have
I
installed
wish.
over there.
I wish.
This next question is from J. Travis Cooper from the chat. Who has been the most intriguing card so far? And actually, that kind of goes in line with the question right before it from Jalen Tussle. asked if you were a supervillain, which of the ghosts would you want to do a heist with? So I guess who is the most interesting, and who would you want to be buddy with if you were a bad guy?
Can you show us the art, George? Can you show us
They're
the card
literally
art?
flying by the screen right now.
Yeah.
I'd say
What was the first question? said there's
Which card has been the most
okay.
intriguing?
Gotcha.
I'd say for me the most intriguing card was the giant. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the specific
Falling
name.
Titan.
The Falling Titan, yeah. I think for me that episode was such an interesting exploration of nihilism, and such an interesting exploration of that emptiness that comes along with it. And I think even though we failed like 30 persuasion checks in a row, I'm glad we did, because I think it gives an honest portrayal or to a certain degree of that mindset and that belief system. And I think that it adds this, it rounds things out in a way that has this like beauty to it. Like you can't have the triumphant moment of us stopping a meteor from destroying the city in this like Avengers level moment if like the moment before we're not constantly failing and told by this person who's just like, it doesn't matter what you do, nothing matters. And then, he wins and then drops a meteor. Like, to me, I think he was the most just interesting card. And it was just such a captivating episode, an exploration of philosophy and seeing how does in a roundabout way, the meaning of life distort depending on the perspective of who's trying to convince him to stop what he's doing. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. That looks so good.
We had to get some additional artists for the cards, and they've really been knocking them out of the park, including some new cards that we're going to see a lot more of next season.
I saw one pass by that I didn't recognize, George, but I read the words, George. I'm scared, George.
What was the words?
Walker? And it looked like a guy in a throne with a prince crown?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe you're talking about are they on
the guy
this?
on Aaron's desk who is eternal.
No, that's not them. Give me one moment. I need to add them to this folder.
If I may answer this
please.
question though, the ghost to be a supervillain with, I have two. Either King's Mercy for just the powerhouse of a heist to succeed, or the Witness. Literally,
I was gonna choose the Witness.
Why the
That's
Witness?
my answer to the most interesting, too.
Just let me know.
I think for me, the most intriguing one has been the Witness, because I have thought the cards are beautiful or creepy or intimidating or horrifying, but the one that is truly haunting to me is the Witness with their wide eyes looking purely.
Yes.
It's just so, it haunts me, actually haunts me. Like, look at that. That's incredible. And I think that's the one that's the most intriguing to me. But I don't think I'm going to surprise anybody by saying this. If I were a supervillain and wanted to do a heist, I would grab Lucian out of the card if I could. I'm bringing Grunkle back.
So this card was originally designed by Crisby, but then due to some personal issues, Crisby had to step away from designing these cards. Designing these cards, by the way, for some people, can be difficult because of how traumatic they're meant to be and the kind of dark subject matter. So Crisby had to step away, and so we had to give the design to Tudor Art, who did this one. And part of getting those eyes just right, like, they're not meant to be uncanny, they're not meant to be purely scary, because it still is an innocent child, but this, it kind of both gives you this thing of, one, you're being seen and you don't like that, but also that this child is seeing something that they're not wanting to see either. And it sort of just becomes like deer in headlights almost. So they did an amazing job on this one.
I agree.
The
Most
one that you were
interesting-
talking about, one moment,
go ahead.
was the one that you saw flying by. I don't think we've gotten a good look at. Is the Weaved Watcher.
Oh,
I
not
don't
Walker.
like-
Sorry, it
don't
was
like
tumbling,
that.
and I was trying my
Mhm.
hardest.
You can keep it.
Smash.
You can keep it.
Uh,
Really love the design of this one.
I mean, he's a Watcher's guy, so
He's got
Yeah.
money, is
Right.
what he's got.
Aaron's great grandfather or something. Like that.
I am so excited to play this character.
I don't like it.
I'm so excited.
Lots of
I've
spiders.
seen George break out a mummy before. I don't like it. I'm not.
He's
a-
a
I want you guys to
Christian
know
guy. I'm
one
not that kind
thing.
of a guy.
I want you to know one thing. We all signed a beautiful, like, nice document that tells us like where our pain points and pressure points are before we even started this whole
Right.
campaign. And my only request was, I have arachnophobia. Let's go easy on the spiders. And you guys wanted more horror? Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. How about a real
I will
fear for
promise
you?
you
Is that
this.
horrifying enough?
I will promise you this: we will not get too detailed into spiders. But yeah,
That was pretty dang detailed
uh,
from a beautiful artistic standpoint.
I have one request
Uh-huh.
that when you do the voice for the Weaved Watcher, that you do it as if they don't have lips.
I will try my best. I actually know exactly the voice I want for them, and
How
I've
you
been
doing?
like practicing it. So I won't say it here. I actually was also really excited to play the Puppet Mistress, but then
Aw.
honestly, doing Defenders of Phandelver and doing Defenders of Phandelver and also playing Minecraft. Some of us have been playing Minecraft, and I actually haven't been playing, but I've been sitting in those chats and
Listening to us play Minecraft.
seeing how
I like the
Maz
Watcher.
acts when they go unhinged is so good, and I was like, that's it. That's who needs to play this character. Which, by the way,
And
this
what a
art,
fantastic job they did. It was so eerie. As soon as I heard the voice, I was like, I know that verse. I know that voice so well. Wait, no, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. It kept me confused. That's how
Yeah.
good it was.
Also, this art had hints for you guys because you can see in the art that one of her arms is completely not mechanical. So that should have been a hint when you guys were fighting her.
Yep.
That we actually we have two versions of the token of her, one with sleeves down, one with like the sleeve burned because of
Is
sneaky.
that Sukuna's
Low-key.
finger that she
I-
has in her hand?
That is a wand.
Sukuna's
Yeah.
finger? Okay.
Yeah.
No?
Low-key, I kind of
Bitty,
just
bitty, bitty.
assumed that it was a dummy, but she was like just invisible in the room somewhere. I could have never
Mm.
guessed that she was back on the mainland, fucking swiping up the king.
Bombing our town.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of hope she gets the king. But after that, we're taking her down.
Wow.
He's getting that action search.
She was able to talk with you guys through Magic Mouth. So basically, Magic Mouth, it was like predetermined points. So also, the things you said to them were never going to change their reactions because these are just scripts playing as conditions are met. Going back to the Q&A, what else we got? Let's nope, didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I wanted to say this. Most interesting so far for me, I just really wanted to admit this. I love the Bone Collector. Like, I can never say that
Hey,
because, like,
fuck
literally,
you.
I'm sorry, I'm
Just
sorry,
you.
I'm
Alan,
sorry, but
Say it to my
Like,
face.
I love the Bone Collector because of how much they know that we're dying to get from
Oh,
them. You know how
I
many
would-
times we need her? You know how many times?
We
like,
don't need her. We don't fucking
Well,
need her.
that's what I'm trying. I didn't say that in the game, but I'm just saying, like, she's coming through. She's got a lot
I'm
of
just saying, I
answers.
will say it's very akin to like storylines in video games like Fable that I really like. Oh, wait a second. The video game Fable.
You can also see on this
Wait.
card, by the way, because
I
Crispy
normally I
knew
like it a lot, but just not for me right now. Okay.
Crispy
Season
knew
3,
making this
Fable
that this
3.
was that the Bone Collector was always a woman, so you can sort of see
Yeah.
like a softer face underneath. because they want to convey that. And yeah, really like them. Hopefully we see them again, but maybe not.
I tried to pull them out during the finale.
You did.
Well,
you
you
did.
know.
You really did. Let's see what else we got.
It was almost there. Missed it by that much.
Table stormed out.
Okay. This one is from RTF MTech asks, what has been the scariest part for both you and your character?
Turning to stone.
Bathtub. James is afraid of taking baths. Let it be known. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, the petrifying fight was terrifying. Like everybody turning to stone and having to make those saves was actually very scary for me above table because we had very limited basilisk oil and we were all rolling low on just the saves. We were all like doing pretty well attacking, but there was so much to attack and so little time between turning to stone that it was rough. It was rough, buddy. It was scary.
Yeah, I think for me that would be I think the scariest fight in a sense for me would be when we were on the beach. That fight really was just like, for Aaron, it wasn't about him getting hit, it was about everybody else was getting hit all the time. And I think that's the biggest fear of like, okay, how do you hit the man who can't get hit? Well, you hit the person around him, right? You hit the people that he cares about, hurt the people that he cares about if you can't get to him. And so in that regard, like that whole entire combat was me constantly having to decide who I could try to help and who I couldn't. Especially when it got to that point where something happened and I tried to do some intimidation, someone lost out on my turn. And so I couldn't get to Una to try to help Una from the massive horde that gathered around them. So, but because of that, I ended up being closer to Sly when she got put in the coffin. So it was like this constant tug of war that was like really stressful of like, okay, who do I try to go after? And then I'd say for my character, I think the part that's gonna like leave the biggest scar is them getting attacked at home in upscale defenses. I think that is like something that's probably going to like permanently scar Aaron, as this is something he had built to be a safe haven, and he will destroy anybody who threatens that safety. So I think that's kind of is, yeah, he is not happy with the puppet master. If he gets close enough, they will not be going back in that car.
Okay.
I'd actually like to elaborate on my answer a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I realized as I said it, there's two answers. The scariest moment for my character was the bathtub. I think the scariest moment for me was the final conversation before we got off the boat in the finale.
That makes sense.
Zarias, the information that he has, if I'm not careful with the filters, could change the path of a lot of shit. So that's like me actively filtering what I say and what I reveal. And it's like, I don't want to fuck anything up and like put us on a weird path. So that was probably the most scariest moment for me as a player at the table.
Anyone else? May, Sky?
I mean, if we're talking about either season, it's getting kidnapped by the Bone Collector. If you're talking about this season, it was also in the beach fight, I think. Just because I went down and had one failed death save, and I actually, for a second, it wasn't too long, but I really did think if nobody could get to me, if nobody could get me up, then I was pretty certain the next round that George was going to attack me with the two stone things with no brains that are just standing over my body, and that would have instantly killed me. So I did really actually think I was maybe going to die for a second. And that's scary. And I think that's scary to Fable too. Maybe she doesn't know how close she was to death, but I know. So yeah, the other scary part is whenever I think that Sly is mad at me because it makes me like it's the scariest thing in the whole world, which is funny because it's Sly and it shouldn't be. And that's me, not Fable, but it's me both because I love Sly and I love Meadow, and I'm like, what if she's, oh my god, she's mad at me, what do I do? So yeah, that's a big one. That and dying. Those are the two things.
Why took proficiency in intimidation and has been on everybody's neck this season.
I know, and I should be proud as her why not? And I am. I mean, Fable probably is. Fable's less scared than Megan is. I am more scared than she is of Sly. Sky.
Okay. And then finally, mine's pretty easy. I can't decide on Una because it's either trying to find a book and not finding it in stinky, Arthur's little bookstore. Either that or truly when Una saw Zarias in their room and they touched the water and that fear came back, because that's what's linked to the scariest part of Una. Is that, but you'll find out more in the next season. And then for me, it was whenever I magic missiled my face into the floor in the latest episode. Yeah.
Oh,
that was
right.
the scariest.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I magic missiled myself into the ground, that was
You had
honestly
every means to avoid that.
I did. That's why it's
that
the
is why your
thing,
bar
because
is
you have
the
to
only
make
one
that-
glowing right now. Besides mine.
Yeah.
Please forget about yours, George. It's okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. Anyway, next question. This one is from Shane Murphy. Asks, outside of your character, which character or NPC do you crave a happy ending for most?
Sly.
Please,
Slime.
no.
Aaron and Sly.
This is the worst. I think we've established that the seer doesn't have like a happy ever after, but that's very
We haven't
sweet, and I
established. Come
appreciate it.
on.
The last seer had a... oh, never mind.
Well, maybe that's why we crave
And then
it.
also,
Because we
like,
know we
someone
can't have it.
created a magical monster to track just the seer to eat her to bits. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I would like a happy ending for Aaron, even if that doesn't mean it's with Pepper. I hope it is, obviously. But like, I think Aaron deserves to have all of that protection and compassion and care and defending energy that he's given to everyone around him, given back in like perpetuity, not just shown that it is reciprocated, but like given back to him for the rest of his life. So a happy ending for Aaron would make me very happy.
Anyone?
I think I'd love to see one for Fable. I want to. I think genuinely, her finding this sense of peace and home, I think would be just such a beautiful thing to witness by the end of this story.
Dad, stop. You'll make me cry. I just want it for everyone. I just want it for the whole party. And also maybe Byron and also maybe the prince. And that's it.
Except for George.
What did I do? I want a happy ending for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say George doesn't want a
George's
happy ending.
ending is us dying to fears and
No,
not experiencing
I
fortunes.
genuinely want you all to have a happy ending, but I'm not gonna make that happen. You know?
See?
We gotta leave it up to the dice. We gotta leave it up to
We're
the
the
dice.
masters of our own fate.
I'm not gonna borrow some dice.
Papa.
Yeah.
I would if I could, but Roll20 doesn't even like me that much, to be honest.
This next question is for Una from New York City Zom. Asks, would Una ever forsake their path and choose a new class? If so, which one could you see them taking?
Oh, this is
Bill.
It's heavy.
This is interesting. So I wanted to go Warlock with with Una, and I could see them doing like a warlock patron build, and I just think that would be so cool to have like the ancient one, just kind of, or like maybe like what is it called? Yeah, ancient one, like a darkness, like a deep dark depth patron. Would be so sick if I
think
ever
you could ask Sirius about that. I think he's recruiting, so
I think that there would be room for two. Hey now. Yeah, let me be a warlock with you.
Whoop, didn't mean to go to that. 1 second. We have a whole bunch of questions, so I have to be a little bit choosy. I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but this
Speed
next
round.
one, Sly,
Speed round.
from RTFM Tech. Sly, how long before you put Zor in a card?
1 minute. I'm just kidding. I would like for Sirius to
A lot of rounds of
be
combat.
useful to us. So the second that her current suspicions, which I know above table are not founded and are wrong, but the second that her current suspicions are proven right to her, she's slapping a card on him. She's gonna see if it works. But so far, because that's not the case, I don't think she will.
Fair enough. This one is for Aaron from Karis Alexandra. Asks, how does it feel for Aaron to be the dad to such a lovely group of well-adjusted individuals?
Are we being
great. I'm so
bullied
glad
by
you
our
asked.
artists right now?
Are we being bullied by our artists?
We're being arted. We're being
I mean,
bullied.
yeah. I mean, that's been the crux of Aaron's dilemma throughout the whole entire season. Is that
Sorry.
it's that he shared that responsibility with Lucian, and so now the onus of being the de facto team leader, which is not something he ever really had a responsibility or experience with to begin with, and normally just worked alone, being thrusted into this position where everyone looks up to him because he hits things really good and knows how to get into people's faces, makes him feel like he's not qualified to handle the situation. And at the end of the day, I think he's also full of doubt of his capabilities of being able to lead the party in any sort of fashion, because he failed Lucian, and he still blamed himself. And so the crux of that came into the conversation that we had in episode 9. And throughout the whole entire season, this is what Aaron has been struggling with. And I think that's why that conversation is probably my favorite moment that I got to have for Aaron this season, is that conversation with Sly. Because I think it's such an appropriate way of handling grief, because I think of, no spoilers, but I think of the Babadook. Grief is not something that really goes away. It's something that can get smaller over time, and we try to feed it and have to accept it that it's always going to be there. And I think that conversation was a big point of just saying, like, I'm still in pain, and I still don't quite know how to deal with it, and I still don't quite know how to move forward, but we have to move forward. So he's trying his best. I think it's the best way I can put it.
This next one is for Fable. RTFM Tech asks, would Fable make a deal with a hag to marry the prince?
I, the owner of this character, will never, ever, ever make a deal with a stupid hag, not if it's played by George, ever, on principle, because George has killed me with a hag before. No, I don't think she would. I don't think she would, actually. Fable is very, she doesn't like that lack of control, I think. She is a survivalist, and she is definitely about making deals, but more like one where someone owes her rather than the other way around, unless she's, like, for sure knows she's gonna profit. But guess what? You can't trust these Fae. Not that we have any experience with that, right, guys? There's no Fae around here, you know. So granted, I did make a deal with that Fae, but I think I have the upper hand for now, maybe.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, no way it could backfire.
You know, if the Fae owes me something, that's all I'm saying. Not the opposite. The other way around, that's scary. And I don't think Fable likes to be in that position with anyone. But especially
Livy
because
asks if you had a wish spell, what would you use it on? And I'm guessing Una has an answer right away.
Yes. Yes. Arthur never exists.
Oh, I thought it was going to be more frog
Arthur's gone.
spies. I thought it was more
Not a
frog
card.
spies.
Arthur never ever happened. Thank you.
Never
A way
happened.
out of my patron, my warlock pact.
Okay. Anyone else?
Wow.
I do think Sly would wish to, the whole Lucian thing, and I'll leave it at that.
Aaron would wish for there to be a card that could destroy the deck.
I'm low-key cool with that. This is a lot of responsibility.
I think now, I mean, the spiteful side of me wants to wish just for something against the Bone Collector, but I think Fable would wish for no slum rot if that's in theory what caused the Bone Collector to do what she did, and also that has affected so many people, especially the people that she grew up with. So
it's true.
Probably that, but then it'd be really sad because then she wouldn't be Fable. She wouldn't be Catgirl Fable.
Well, you can also end it going forward. You know, you don't have to undo the past.
No, I do. You know,
You
this,
want to
George.
undo the
You know,
past.
you know, George. You know, if I get a wish spell, I'm gonna undo the past.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm gonna do.
No wish spells for Fable. Next, this actually, Sly, you touched upon this one. This one was from Levy as well. If Sly could trade her life to bring Lucian back, would she?
The fast answer is yes, but the real answer is yes if everyone else around her were not with her to make that decision. It is very easy for her to want to stay with these people she considers family and friends. And if anyone made an argument that she should make a different choice, she would listen to them. She trusts them with her whole life. However, if she were alone in the dark, grieving Lucian, and something happened, she absolutely would. She blames herself, and if that's the way to make it right, she would try to make it right.
Interesting. This is a question for me from Karis Alexandra. Asks George, do you have an ending in mind for the show? You already know I do, Karis. You already know.
Tell us. I would love to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
More
Go
details,
ahead.
please.
Expand on that.
Karis tried to tell you guys, and I stopped them. That's all I'll say.
What?
Tell us
That's
how.
Hey, I got a question, George.
Uh-huh.
So once this is all said and done, do we get a Fears and Fortunes ship it in? Do we get a big old 5-year, 10-year time skip anime style, and then we come back? A new deck has appeared, forged from the astral sea.
That is a possibility depending on how things play out. There is a story. This is something I thought about a lot when making this. It's one of the things I think I was listening to the DVD commentary of the first John Wick movie, and they talked about there being a story within the story. So the story you're watching is John Wick going after the people who killed his dog, but there's a whole world above that has stuff going on in it, and there's a story there, but we don't know what that story is, and it doesn't really matter right now. That is something that is happening in this show, where there's a story that is sort of slowly building, but has nothing to do with the story we're telling now. This sort of hero in development story of Sly becoming the true seer. So that's a whole, if we end the show and we get to the end of that story and we're like, you know what, let's explore this, let's keep going. There's definitely a world in that. And then there's a world past that too. Which the third world, that's the one I'm scared about most, because I feel like there's a lot of ways I could mess that one up, but I know it's there. So yeah, there's a lot to that. Did that answer your question? I think it did.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, Fears and Fortune, ship it and confirmed. Thank you.
Okay. This one is a much lighter one from J. Travis Cooper asks, I love downtime activities. What's your character's go-to downtime activity? What's your personal favorite downtime or self-care activity?
Nice.
Go. Okay.
Sly sharpens, polishes, and practices with her knives. And when she's not doing that, she is attempting to make sure Chomper knows that she is his best friend. He keeps trying to like chop her in half, but one day, there won't be any rolls needed when I just wanna...
Speaking of the nat 20s that Sly rolls, that's the one. Like every instance with Chomper has resulted
That's my baby.
in a nat 20. So like at this point, I'm pretty sure that's just your pack bonded animal. So
I'm so glad. It's been a long time coming. That is my favorite downtime activity, is thinking that Sly spends a lot of time earning trust with Chomper and taking time with Chomper. And then of course, naming and polishing all of her knives.
which then tried to kill her.
You should work on making that fine steed.
Yeah, if I ever get spells,
Use your
which I
skill
don't have
powers.
unless they're from the deck.
Make up some seer shit.
Yeah, let me find the steed card.
There is a card that will give you the
I saw the
ability to
horse.
summon Steed. Yeah,
I saw it,
yeah. So
but I don't.
it's possible.
But we don't have that one.
Nope.
Yet.
For Aaron, it's working out and looking at cool weapons.
Just like magazines that get shipped to the place of like
If you
Weapons
take him
Weekly.
to like a blacksmith shop, he's gonna be in there for about an hour, even if it's like just really small and just man, that's incredible. Look at that hilt. That hilt. Amazing.
And Meadow and Daniel, did you guys have, because the second part of the question, your personal favorite downtime or self-care activity?
Knives. I have about 28, maybe 29 blades at this point, and I like to polish them. I like to sharpen them. I like to utilize them. Most
As the
most
dungeon
often, my
master?
fidget is my.
I'm scared.
You shouldn't be. I'm very responsible, and I would never stab anybody unless it was necessary. So I like my knives. I genuinely like my knives, and I also like my axe beaks, which are my cats. I like them very much, and so I do the same thing that Sly does, just a little different.
Yeah, so I have an assortment of short swords and scimitars as well. And no, I'm playing. No, video games, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here playing Death Stranding 2, playing that lately. I love drawing. That's another thing I do. Draw all my characters all the time.
And he's great at it.
Oh, shucks, stop it. But yeah, I'm normally gaming has been a really big thing for me. Always has been.
When am I getting fan art from Daniel? When is that happening?
Yeah,
Already have
Daniel.
some.
I mean, I did send I sent Sky something for their birthday, so I was like,
Yeah.
if they want me to share it, I'll share it. But I was like, I want it to be a present, so I gave them
fair.
a drawing as a gift.
It's very fair.
It was really sweet.
But hey, I can put together a little something. I used to draw a lot of comic book covers all the time, which I think I have some lying
Did we
about.
get to see some?
But I would just like recreate comic book covers
fucking
and all that sort of
sick.
stuff.
He's so good.
So,
He's so
I was
good.
Oh, I could probably do one for Fears and Fortunes. We might see. Who
That's
knows?
my brother.
Who knows? Maybe that's
My
Markham.
brother draws so good. He's the best
Currently
artist
learning.
in the world.
Currently learning how to do digital art very slowly because fuck AI. Sorry.
No, fuck AI.
Oh,
We can
wait,
say that here.
You're right.
Fuck AI.
You're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fuck AI.
Everybody now. Okay.
If
Okay,
I start, I won't
Everyone
stop
in
you.
chat.
Continue.
Chat, let's see it.
Anyone else? Favorite downtime activity? You don't have to have one. If your character is like, no, I don't
Well-
dream of labor, that's fine.
Well, Meg
Nap.
can't because there's not a single downtime that May has ever taken. So after that,
Alright.
is there anybody
I'm being attacked.
anybody else?
No, I've never
yeah,
had
actually-
downtime in my life, but Fable likes to nap. That's something I can't do. That's something we're different, and she definitely loves to nap in a patch of sunlight. You know, that's
Love it.
self-care.
Self-care.
Um,
Go ahead.
Zarias whittles wood, and James plays video games. It's been a lot of Minecraft these last couple of weeks.
Hell
Way
yeah.
too much Minecraft, actually.
And then for Una, definitely talking to their frogs and their, sea creatures.
I need to
and
emphasize
then-
again, when I gave them wrench, they said that this would be acceptable as a replacement for this hypothetical frog army, which again I have never
Yeah.
agreed to.
Yeah. Yeah, the frogs didn't do much, did they?
No.
Anyways, and then for Sky, I played too much Magic the Gathering. I gather so much magic all the time, and that's what I do in my free time.
Nice. I got nothing. I also like to nap. Is there any other downtime activity I have? No, it's nap and plan stuff for this.
Prepare
That's
for
pretty
D&D,
much.
yeah.
That's
Being a
pretty much.
cat
Shots and naps.
That's what I
Sorry.
do.
Shots and naps.
This next one is from Professor Yin, who asks, where is it? Here it is. How likely do you think it is that Aaron becomes corrupted or goes down a questionable path?
I mean, in actuality, the real question is what is corruption? You know, the question is so esoteric in theory, really.
So he's saying 100%, chat. He's saying
Here's the thing.
100%.
As an actor, I oftentimes find myself wanting to be challenged by a role. And so, no, but genuinely, I think Aaron is a complex person.
Come on, man. What the
I
heck?
think Aaron
Oh, it's going.
is
I'm
someone who is in a very sensitive moment in his life. He is newly found or truly connected with the love of his life. He is someone who's put his life on hold for the sake of the comfort that familiarity brings. And he's someone who feels like he's left out on so much potential in his life because of that. And so now he's thrust into this, as we've already stated before, this very just terrifying position of responsibility, and he's trying to cope with that, but also trying to gain the power and the skills needed in order to protect the ones that he care about. So who knows what might end up coming down his way in the future that might try to waylay him from the path of trying to do it on his own. But it's going to be an interesting story regardless of what happens.
Let's see. Actually, a few people have had questions like this, so I'm going to go to this one. This is for Una. This is from Arvenduri, who asks, where did the inspiration for Una come from, and how much of the planned backstory was changed when you played it out? The other thing I want to add is that Karis Alexandra also asked, where did the inspiration for Una come, specifically the like the connection and motifs with water?
Got you. When I was creating Una, I knew I always start with personality whenever I try to come up with characters, and I knew that I wanted someone that was curious because I like playing curious characters. It just depends on how intellectual I want them to be after that. So I decided very intellectual, and so the perfect ideal like setup would be like an Abe Sapien from Hellboy. So I took a lot of inspiration from that. That's where Una really came from. And after that, I needed to come up with a name, and this is kind of like, this is a little bit more of a deep cut for me, but every character, you'll notice if you think about it, I had to come up with my name for my character and for my horse. And both of those names come from Magic the Gathering cards. So Una is a Magic the Gathering card that I really liked, who was a very intelligent, like tricky to catch type of character. And then Nimris is Una's like right hand. They're both like fae and fairy, and so I got inspired that way. And I just felt so much inspiration for all of those things together that then I was like, well, I would like to have like knowledge of the world, but not of anything about this campaign. So how can I think about what can I do? And so I thought about water, I thought about deep sea, and then I talked with George, and I was like, man, would you be able and be willing to go down this path with me? And they said, you want me to create an entire kingdom for just you? And I said, yes, of course I do, if you could. And they were like, okay, I mean, I shouldn't, but okay. And then that's where we got Una and the backstory. And I just felt like, water has a lot to do with just being creative and moldable. and it gives me a reason for being so distant away from land, to learn more about the characters in the world that George created.
Yeah. But there was actually, when you made the name for Una, yeah, so I'm guessing you settled on it because of a magic card, which is awesome. But I remember when we were coming up with names, I suggested like a whole list of them to you. And Una Virat was one of them. And then I think you zoomed in and was like, can I do that? But I want to just go by Una. And I was like, sure. Una Virat, all of the Elvish names that we come up with, we've taken a strategy I heard that Tolkien used, which was mixing Welsh and Finnish words, because those two languages sound so different. So Una Virat, I don't know where the pieces came from, Welsh or Finnish, but the parts of the name mean one with currents. And then there's,
it was brilliant.
Hippia.
Hippia Riff.
That one, should I tell them what it means?
Not yet. We can wait for more in the season because it's going to show itself.
Yep, fair enough. And I think Vanafreyprin was essentially like the Forest of the Fae or something like that. Which again, then the humans basically just shortened that to Prenwood, because Vanafreyprin was too much for them to say. There's actually a lot of places in the land where are a lot of places in the land that are named such because a Elvish name got shortened to something easy. And yeah, that's how I've been doing it.
And also, just real quick, the planned backstory, as we've touched upon a lot, we did plan the backstory. I like really wanted, like George and I really created it all together. But then when we like played it out, the dice rolled where they did, and it completely changed. So there's that.
Yeah, I was happy to go with it. I think we have time for one more question before we close out. Unless anyone has anything in the chat, now's your last chance. But the last question I got, I think for us today, will be King Brackus, who asked, what would your character's favorite song be? I think we talked about this last season, but that might have changed for some of you.
Favorite
Hold
song.
on, I'm grabbing it. Hold
on. That'd probably be Shaken, Unshaken by D'Angelo from the Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack. That'd be the final theme for Arthur Morgan.
Fair enough.
Like we don't know.
Okay.
What? The people might not know.
This is purely Sly. This is not my personal favorite song, but I do think Sly would be blasting Brutal by Olivia Rodrigo all the time in her room. Growing up, figuring out how to be an adult, not quite making it.
I'm coming over. I'm coming to your room.
I do think it is one of those that's on her playlist, but I think that would be Sly's personal favorite song for the season 2 area that she's in.
I think, I don't remember if I said this before, but I think Fable would love, I think she would love Olivia Rodrigo, but I want to say something Sabrina Carpenter probably is what she's bopping to.
Fair enough.
I'm struggling to think of a song in the real world. I do know that Zarias has canonically a favorite song in game. That I will hold off on revealing until maybe a later date.
Oh, interesting.
Down by the river.
Wonderful, love it.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic.
For me, I don't do recreational drugs. However, if I did, that would explain why the song "A Good Song Never Dies" by Saint Motel. Every time that song comes on, I enter into vivid hallucinations of this entire campaign, of where it starts and where I want it to end. And there's like a moment that if it matches this, I've said this before, I think the last Q&A, there's a moment that if it happens and it matches this song, I will die with a smile on my face. That will be like the greatest moment that I really, really, really want to happen. I have it like, it's one of those things where like, keep in mind, I think of things like this, like where it's like, oh, and it's gonna go just like this. Most of the time that never happens. Most of the time those things never happen because the players and the dice bring chaos to what I want to happen. And, you know, but sometimes we get real close, and I'm really excited if we get that close. Honestly, I feel like things have been getting better, especially Android Grace has helped a lot with getting some of those moments to happen as we see them or as we hope they'll go. I think that's it. Wait, the DM plans gets derailed, says Rondo Hut in the chat.
We've never done anything to derail.
Oh, I can talk about some stuff that got derailed this season, I think. Let me just think.
I don't think we have time for that. I don't think I think, yeah, that's all the time.
What?
We've never done anything.
Yeah, we've never derailed you.
Destroyed Una's plans? Who does that?
Yeah, Una's backstory. The first episode I did not think was going to take so long. So many of the NPCs I've introduced, the parties hate it upon first meeting. That never is planned. Byron, Dietrich, Arthur, all intended to be nice characters to be friends. And
I have nothing against any of these people.
Listen, George, you want to know what's the secret? If they're forthcoming with information when we first meet them, that'll get us hook, line, and sinker into trusting people we shouldn't.
Agreed.
How many people do you walk up to and they just go, "Here's my birthday and social security number"? Like,
that's not the information we have.
Here's my counter. How many people do you walk up to saying, "Hey, this graveyard's been invaded by a whole bunch of demons and spirits, and there might be something else down there you shouldn't go see"?
Now give me your social security number.
We never asked for social security. We asked what's down there that we can't see. That's dangerous.
I will say, you asked Byron to tell you things that he was sworn to the king not to tell. That might as well be his social. That's his social.
It wasn't a pinky swear.
And Zarias will always hold that comparison with Sly's trust.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Team classified.
Rush
Hour 1 reference.
One more I have from RTF MTech, because I'm curious about it. Where did the inspiration for Zarias come from? Did we answer that one? We didn't answer that one, did we?
Oh, no. Zarias was an interesting one because I had to look at everyone else's characters and make sure that I didn't design something too closely that resembled them. So it was a process of honestly doing deep dives on everyone's characters and also a deep dive of Lucian and not wanting to step into a similar role that had just left the table. So a lot of it came into almost asking myself, how can I be the most unlike Lucian that I can and still play a class and a character that will be interesting to the dynamic? So where Lucian was kind of like the voice, where Lucian was like the voice of reason and very calm and collected and very grounded, I made somebody who would test those limits more and be more shifty and maybe in another couple of episodes, maybe trying to tempt Sly in another direction, who knows? But very, very opposite of Lucian, and just kind of went with what tools do I have and how can I make it interesting?
Okay, last question, and then we'll wrap it up. This is for all of you guys. This is a question from me. What do you want to see happen next season?
A ball.
Okay. Fable wants a ball.
I want to go to the Prinwood.
Zarias wants to go to the Prinwood.
I would like to meet Aaron's old mentor. Sly's got a gun. She's upset. Let's go talk to her.
That sounds rational to me. Nothing
I
can go
think,
wrong. Nothing can go wrong with I have a gun. Let's go talk to them.
And nothing can go wrong.
I just want to talk to them. I just want to talk to them.
just want to talk.
I think I would love for us to finally be able to take a trip across the desert to Aaron's homeland. I think that would be really, really interesting.
That is definitely in the cards. How about you, Una?
Hot take. I want to see the deck get stolen.
That's definitely in the cards. We'll see you next time. We're going to be taking a small hiatus. We will be gone until the beginning-ish of August. We're looking at August 13th right now as being our possible return date. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, please check out our wonderful show, Defenders of Phandelver. That has been a hell of a ride. That show has just ended, and we're going to be doing a Q&A for them on this Sunday. If you have any questions for that cast, let us know. Put it anywhere in the comments on the episodes, or message us on Discord. We have a Discord for Forgotten Adventures. You can go there and tell us all about the show, or what you think about the show, or have questions for those casts. And yeah, I think that's everything. We have gotten... Oh, actually, I have one last thing. I think I can do this. We did get some fan art that's in progress, and I feel like I want to show that to you all. This is fan art by Mutt from Forgotten Adventures that they've been sketching.
Right.
Huzzah!
I'm so excited.
Yes!
Father!
Okay.
That was hot. Yeah,
Oh,
boys.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
Ah.
And
That's
gonna be
another.
sick
What are we
when
having
it's
for
finished.
breakfast?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Look how cute!
Okay, gang.
Shut up.
We need to get that Netflix anime going.
Yeah,
Look
right
at
now.
her!
Right now. I need stickers.
Yes, because
Let me get
contracts
on
with
the payroll.
Netflix always work out
love
so
her.
well.
I
Totally.
love her.
Name not one time it didn't work out.
Oh my god, she's perfect.
Go. Too late.
And as if
She's
that wasn't
perfect.
enough,
Oh my god.
this is like that.
Shut
Like,
up.
this is like that like modern version of the manga, you know, where everyone has
So good.
cell phones.
Oh, these are
and-
the Jujutsu scrolls. These are the little side comics. I
Yeah.
love it.
So
I'm
those were all by
freaking
Mutt
out.
from
This is
Forgotten
so
Adventures.
good.
Got those last minute and
Thank
felt
you,
like sharing.
Mutt.
They are working
Thank
on
you.
possibly polishing these up. These were just sketches, so but they were too cute not to share. Thank you, Mutt, and thank you everyone for the wonderful questions and hanging out with us. We will see you next time. Until then,
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Save yourselves.
Bye.
Hi,
Miss you
everyone.
already.
Miss you.
Fear is how it starts. Unsure what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance. And set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes, the cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.